Hey, welcome back to Pavement to Dirt. My name is Josh, and today's video is going to be a little bit different from my most previous videos. As you can tell by the title, it is going to be about my pedal board, my amp, and my guitar. I do play lead guitar at my church, and I'm going to go over my pedal board, why I chose the pedals I chose, why I chose the amp and the guitar, and I'm also going to talk about the pedal board itself. I did build that myself, so hopefully this video is a little bit helpful for those who are wanting to build your own pedal board or not knowing what pedals to get. You might like one of my pedals, but let's get to it. So this is my pedal board here. Going over the top view. So I do start off with my volume pedal. This is a Ernie Ball VP Junior. Almost everybody has these on YouTube, and they're pretty cool. This is my second one. The little cable it has underneath, it did pop on mine. I did repair it, but by the time I repaired it, I already had this one, and I gave the other one away. From here, I go to the chromatic tuner, Boss, the TU3. It's a pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty good tuner. A tuner's a tuner, right? I know a lot of people will make a big deal out of it, but I had that one for about 5+ years, and it's never messed up on me. It's never had any problems with it. From here, I go to the compressor. This is an SP compressor by Exotic. This is my latest pedal. I always try playing without a compressor. I didn't want a compressor, but after buying this, trying it, my brother-in-law has this pedal, and I really liked the way it worked. I tried it with my guitar on it, and I liked it, so I bought it. It does have a high, low, and mid, and I have it on the low, on the toggle switch. And my volume and my blend, I have them like at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. I don't know if you can see it there. From here, I do go to my first overdrive, the TS9 Tube Screamer. I don't think I need to say much about this pedal. The only thing is, on my drive, I do have the drive all the way off because it is my first stage, but you can still hear the overdrive quite a bit. My tone, I have it right there, and I guess it's like at 1 or 2 o'clock as well. My level, I have it straight up at 12 o'clock. From here, I do go to this OCD by Full Tone. I do have it in HP. There's a LP setting, but I like the HP setting. I forgot what it was for. What HP and LP stand for, but I like the HP better. I do have my tone again like at 1 o'clock. My volume, I have it like at 9, and so is my drive. I don't put too much drive on it because it is pretty heavy. The drive it has on it, it is pretty a good overdrive pedal. From here, I go to the EP booster by Exotic again. I do have the compressor by Exotic, so I do have the EP booster. Now, this is one of the reasons why I got the compressor, because before I got that compressor, I had this EP booster, and I would turn it on even at the lowest volume, and it would boost my signal like almost double of the volume, and I wasn't able to use this much because I would be playing too loud. I would be overpowering everybody, and as much as I like to overpower everybody and be the loudest one, I mean, we do have to make sure to work together as a worship team. So I didn't have that much use to it until I did get this compressor. Once I had the compressor, I'm able to even go a little bit more than low. So I do have it about 8:30, 9 o'clock, the setting, and it works pretty good. So after my booster, I do go to my delay. This is a Boss DD20. I've had this one for about 7-8 years. So I think this might be my oldest pedal. I did replace this one once already, and I'm not sure about the TS9, but I did replace this once. My other one burned out, and good thing I had a warranty, so I just took it back, and they sent me a new one. But going back to the delay, this is where I have it. on the manual setting, I could just tap tempo. I do have a MXR tap tempo here. My tone, I have it at about a little past 12. I know this might be a lot, but that's where I have mine for the level, with the E level. The feedback, I have it about, I say, 10 or 11. And then the one I use the most is analog or standard. Every now and then I will go to tape, but it's mostly analog and standard. I do have, let me see if you can see here. I do have the 76. I am using this BPM for the Anthem by Planet Shakers. And my first setting, I do have it at 83. I've been using the 83 for, I'm not sure what song, I forgot. But either way, this is a dotted eighth. Then I have another dotted eighth setting. This is a Spanish song that it's probably one of my favorite songs to play. I do have it at a 320 settings. I will show you in a bit what song I use it for. And then from there, I go to this, I believe it's the eighth note, and it's at 350 milliseconds. I believe that's what the M is for. But that's kind of like my old general delay setting on what I use. And then I do have this one, a dotted eighth at 845 with the repeat all the way up. On this one, the feedback, I do have the setting all the way up, and I use that for swells. So the way it works, and I'll show you in a bit, I'll turn it on, I'll play something, I'll strum something before giving it volume. So I'll strum it, then I'll give some volume, and it swells in. So, you won't hear the repeats, but since I do have a lot of repeats on it, you can extend the sound for a long time. And I use, this is like my swell setting. So from there, I go to my Super Chorus by Boss. I don't use this one that much. I do like to turn it on for what's that song called by Jesus Culture, You Won't Relent, and for other songs, but I like this one for You Won't Relent a lot. And or if I'm just making some melody for during worship or something like that, I will turn this on just so I won't have my overdrives on, but at the same time I will get some type of effect. From this one, I do go to my tremolo, the TR2 by Boss as well. The tremolo is pretty cool. I bought it specifically for one song, but I ended up using it for almost every other song. I'll turn it on every now and then. So from here, I got my Hall of Fame 2 by TC Electronics. So this is the set. I don't really change my settings. It's always like that. I do have it on short on the pre-delay. The tone is like at 1. So is the level, like almost at 2. My decay is like at 10. What the numbers I'm saying is I'm referring to as like a clock. If you look at a clock, the 12 will be here, 3, 6, 9. So I have like a 10. And I always have it the modulation mode. Sometimes I'll put it the shim, but not really. I like to keep it right there in the modulation mode. And that is my pedalboard. So from here, I do have the Vox AC15. The church I play in is not big, so I don't need anything bigger than that. If not, this is kind of too much for the church I'm in. So it's more than enough amp. We'll get back to the pick, but I do have 2 channels on this one. I have the normal channel, which is the top one, and then the top boost. I do not use the top boost because I just don't use it. I only use the normal channel. On the normal volume, I do have it about say about 10 or 11. I'm sorry, rather 10 or 11. For the top boost, I have everything off since I don't use it. The reverb that's built into this amp, I have it all the way off, and so I also have the tremolo all the way off. The only knobs I use on the amp is the normal volume and the master volume and the tone cut. So if this amp only had those 3 knobs, that would be perfect for me. I don't really like to have that many knobs. That's why most of my pedals are like 1, 2, 3 knobs. The only one that has 4 is the delay, the Hall of Fame, and the chorus. But I mean, I'm kind of simple. I don't really like to mess with the tones that much. I like to use more of a natural tone, and that's why I have that. Going to the pick I use, I believe it's a 1.15. This is pretty worn out already. It says Nylon West Germany. It has like it's stippled on the top for grip. And I get these. I've never found them anywhere. I've been to Guitar Center, to other local music shops, and I haven't found this one yet. The place I get this one, I believe, is Strings and Beyond. That's where I get this pick, and it's like $1 a pick. So every time I do order some, I do order quite a bit because I don't want to be ordering and paying the shipping fee all the time. So that's my pick, and let's go to the guitar. This is the guitar. It is a Gibson Les Paul Tribute. I think it's one of the most budget Gibsons that they have. I think they're about $1,100. I did get in that. I think they call it lemon something, the color. I'm not really into colors that much, but I do like this color. That is kind of, it looks natural, like if it just got stained or something like that. And something cool about this Gibson is it has like a knot right there. So because of that knot, I gave this guitar a name, and the name of the guitar, it is Birthmark. It looks kind of like a birthmark. So that's the name of my guitar. And let me go give you a little slideshow video type of deal. I do have the lockers right here with a leather strap on the strings. I believe, I'm not sure. I believe they're 9s. But let me play some samples of, so you can hear how it sounds, and hopefully it's helpful. Okay, so here is my original tone, or the only thing I do have on is the compressor, but let me try it out. Let me do it without the compressor really quick. This is how it sounds. And with the compressor on, ever since I got the compressor, like I said, it's my newest pedal, but I kind of like it a lot now. Ever since I did get it, I haven't turned it off. So here it is with the compressor. So my first stage of overdrive, it is the Tube Screamer. Like I said, it is a little muddy, and that is having the drive all the way off, the one on the left. So here's without it, and with it. So that is my first stage. Then I go to my OCD. My favorite overdrive. I have tried a couple of different ones, and the OCD has been the one I like the most. Real quick, if I turn on my Tube Screamer, my first stage, and I try to soften my picking, you can still hear it doesn't clean up that well. So let me give you an example. So here it goes. If I try to play softer, I mean, it sounds the same. But with my overdrive, even though it is a more stronger overdrive sound, if I do pick it softer, as you can tell, I still have it on. I think it does kind of it it does kind of clean up pretty good. And with my booster, without it, so it's pretty cool. Then from there, I do go to my delay, and right now, like I told you, my first setting, I do have it on the manual mode, and I am doing the anthem. So here's how that sounds. Let me just turn on the light real quick. There you go, so you can see my setting. I am gonna put a capo on the first fret on the guitar. So, and I usually put this, the tube screamer and the reverb. I'm not gonna put the reverb on yet, just so you can hear the delay by itself. For the anthem. So yeah, that's where I have the anthem, and that's at 76 beats per minute. If I go down to 70, I can also play the blessing on that one, and I like this one pretty good. From here, let me go back to 76. I think this one I might have it for, I can't remember what song, but let me just play something. Yeah, I can't remember what song I used it for, but that is on the dotted eighth. So then let's go to my second setting, or memory. I have it at 320 millisecond on dotted eighth, and this is probably one of my favorite songs to play on the guitar. And here it goes. It is a Spanish song. The name for the song in Spanish is Te doy gloria, and I believe it's called I Give You Glory in English. But here it goes. On that one, it sounds better. I started with the open palm, and I went to a palm mute. It does sound better when it's palm muted. What I mean by palm mute, you just put your hand over like where the bridge is at, and just kind of press down on the notes a little bit on the strings, and that's why I palm mute. But yeah, on this one you do have to get your timing. It is really important you get your timing right. If not, I mean, it just doesn't sound good, because it just doesn't. I'm gonna give you an example. If you're off time or you play too slow, so you have to, and if you play too fast, so you really have to get your timing right on this one, and when you get it right, it sounds kind of like that, like this. Again, this is I Give You Glory, or Te doy gloria in Spanish. We play it in Spanish. And then I have my general for when I try to do like little leads or whatever. I usually just put this one on. of song, but I mean I use it. From there, I go to my last setting, and this is where I do the swells. I turn the volume off, and then after the volume, I'll press the note first, then give it volume, and then turn the volume off and go to the next note. And yeah, it is. If you kind of mess up with the, I messed up earlier with the volume. Kind of like gave some volume, then kind of pause and then went again. If you do that, I mean you're gonna hear that on the delay. So make sure that when you're giving the volume, you kind of give it like an even press. Right now, the mic stand or my guitar stand is right in front of the pedal, so I kind of have to go over it. And something about this one, when I do swells, even if I go to my manual setting, you can still hear. I don't know if you can hear the delay, but you have to go back to number 1 for it to turn off. There you go, and it's off. So from my delay, I do. Sorry about my dogs. I do have some dogs outside, yeah, they kind of bark almost all night. But going back to my pedal board, from here I go to my chorus, and let me just show you how it sounds. So without it, again, just the compressor on. I gotta get some volume. With it on. Maybe I'll probably use my general setting that I have for delay. So here's how it sounds. And yeah, I like it. For my delay, I go to my tremolo, and I really like this pedal. So here it goes. And then I go back to it. From here, my tremolo, I go to my reverb, and I love this reverb a lot. So without it, with it on. reverb, delay, and chorus together. So yeah, that is my pedal board. So let me turn the volume off really quick to take off my guitar and talk a little bit more about my pedal board. So I did make my own pedal board. I did it by using 1x2s and a 1x4. Let me see if I can pick it up here. The 1x4, I mean, as you can tell, I put some screws in it. I did pre-drill it. If you don't pre-drill it, this will happen. Right there, it will crack. So I made this out of scrap metal wood, 1x4 with a 1x2. I bought Velcro at Home Depot. My power supply, I believe is the power supply plus 3. I'm able to connect 12 pedals. Right now I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pedals that I need to power, and it's worked out really good so far. I did put a handle on my pedal board. Let me see, right there. I bought this at the hardware department at Home Depot. I pre-drilled right here, but I kind of messed up. I did it from the inside out, and it kind of broke the wood when it came out. But I mean, I was kind of excited on making this. I did stain it with, I believe it's golden oak. I was really excited when I was making this, and yeah, I kind of didn't have the patience to take my time. I just wanted to get it done. I do want to make another one. I feel that I can kind of close this gap a little bit more. But yeah, it is. I believe the measurements are 24 by 14, 24 inches long by 14 inches wide, and it is a little bit angled, or it does have a slope on it, or like a little ramp type of deal. But yeah, this is my pedal board again. I did not buy all the pedals at once. The first pedal that I did buy, I believe it was an OCD and this delay pedal. From here, since one of the first songs that our worship team started playing did require this tremolo. I didn't require it, but the song did have it, and I bought that one third. From there, I bought the tuner, the Ibanez, and then the reverb, the EP booster, the chorus, and then the compressor. And of course I bought the volume pedal in the beginning as well. So if I could give any advice, the volume pedal is cool. I'm not that good with the knobs on the guitar to do solos on volume. So if you don't think you're that good, I mean, you should think you're good enough, right? But like in my case, I don't think I could do swells with my guitar knobs. So I would go with a volume pedal. From there, I would go with either one of these two. I mean, both of them are good. I started off with the OCD, but I would get one overdrive, I would get one delay, and a reverb. That's what I would start off with. Of course, the tuner. So I would get a volume pedal, tuner, overdrive, delay, and reverb. You don't have to get these exact pedals, but this is what I like. This is what, if I do play somebody else's setup, I do kind of feel like I want to change their settings to what I'm used to. This is what I'm used to. For cables, I did just recently got these Ernie ball with like the flat things right here, and then those are the 6-inch. And I was trying to get the same thing for the 12-inch ones, but I couldn't find them. So they are Ernie ball as well, and that's about it. Other than that, I mean, my guitar cables are Fender from Guitar Center. They do have this yellowish color. I just bought it because they match my guitar. So other than that, I mean, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, or you want to tell me if, maybe I should move some settings or try some settings out on some of these pedals, I'm more than welcome. I'll take any advice, right? I'm open to advice, options, or recommendations. I probably won't buy any more pedals anytime soon. If anything, I'm thinking of upgrading my delay pedal, but I'm not gonna upgrade it until this actually gives out or burns out or breaks completely. I've had that one for about 8 years, so I'm gonna stick with this delay until it gives out. Once it gives out, I'm thinking either go with a Boss DD500, I believe, or the Timeline. Either one of those two, depending on how expensive or cheap it is. I know the Boss is like almost half the price of the Timeline, but if I do have extra cash, I probably will go for that Timeline. If not, that DD500 is more than good enough for me. Yeah, so that is my pedal board. My Vox, I got the Vox AC15. I know I said that already, but I did get the one with the blue speaker in the back. I know they have one with the green speaker. Mine has the blue one in the back. And yeah, I bought all my gear at Guitar Center. The only thing I did not buy at Guitar Center was this pedal board, because it was a DIY. I made it myself. Other than that, the cables, the pedals, the patch cables, the amp, the guitar, the strap, everything else is from Guitar Center. And the only other thing is not from Guitar Center is this pick right here. It is from Strings and Beyond. I would recommend it. It is a nylon, and it says, let me see if I can focus right there, West Germany. They're $1 each. They do have a yellow one, which is thicker, and the blue one, which is the medium, and then they have a red one, which is a little bit thinner. I started with the red one. I tried out this blue one, and ever since I tried out the blue one, I guess I felt more comfortable with it, and I never went back to any other pick. So again, if you have any questions about any pedals, if you want me to do a review on a certain pedal, or if you want me to go more into detail about this pedal board, or the amp, or guitar, or strings, or whatever, just send me a message or leave a comment. Down below, and I'll be more than happy to help with what I can. And again, if you have any advice for me, I'll be more than happy to take your advice. So thank you again, and thanks for watching.